Advice. My name is Kelly, and today we're going to be talking about dad gear. Now, when you're expecting a baby, there's a lot of stuff that you end up getting. There's strollers, car seats, cribs, furniture, diaper genies, bottle warmers, bottle cleaners, bottles, clothing, toys. There's just a lot of stuff that you end up getting for the baby. The things we tend to overlook are the stuff for dads. These are must-have items for new dads that are going to make life with a newborn go a lot smoother. Number one is a daddy diaper bag. Now, mom probably has a main diaper bag. Those are usually huge overstuffed bags. They're heavy. They've got bottles, they've got wipes, they've got booger wipes, they got sunblock, they've got a lot of stuff in it. And it's stuff that you need, stuff that moms need when they're out on the go. Those diaper bags are important. But the daddy diaper bag, for me, has always been a slimmed down version of that. This one I've had for probably 7 years now. This one's from a company called Diaper Dude, and it is a diaper bag made for dads. It's got a lot of storage compartments, it's insulated, it's waterproof, so if anything leaks inside, I've stored diapers, wipes, bottles, snacks. I've used this for, as my kids are growing up, when we go to theme parks. It actually will clip to a stroller up on the handlebars and hang from the stroller. It has out the back, let's see if I can get this open. It's got straps that'll clip on so that you can wear it as a backpack. It came with a strap so you can wear it as a crossbody. You can wear it with a belt, so if you're out hiking, anything like that. It's a very sort of high utility backpack. You don't have to use a bag like this. You can use a backpack. You can use a full-on shoulder diaper bag. You can use whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. But I do think it's important to have your own separate diaper bag. Number two is a baby carrier. Now, mom may already have a carrier picked out. Let her have her own. My wife tends to like the ergo wraps. It's usually like a piece of fabric to hold baby close to the chest. It's more comfortable for the baby, more comfortable for mom. Those are great. It wasn't for me. I needed something with a little more utility to it. I ended up with this. This is the Lily Baby 6-in-1 all-season breathable 3D mesh carrier. It's a lot to say, but it does do a lot. You can hold the baby in 6 different positions with this carrier, from the time they're newborns, close and right up on your chest, to allowing them to face out and see the world as you're carrying them, arms out, legs out, and then eventually they can even go and you can carry baby on your back as a backpack, which is great. It is made of the breathable 3D mesh, which is nice because when you take baby off and hand baby over, you're not covered in sweat. This helps a lot with that. I ended up with a neutral gray color, but it does come in a lot of different colors, and this one retails for about $100. Find one that has the features you like and fits your needs, and have your own carrier. It just makes life a lot easier. Number 3 is a baby monitor system. Now, we use video monitors for all of my kids. I wanted to be able to see what was going on while they were napping in there, and if they're just stirring, they would toss and churn but stay asleep. I like to know that. So we tried a lot of different systems. They all come with their own dedicated monitor. You can expand and have multiple cameras, which is great. When we had our twins, we needed 3 of them for my older son too. They do work, but they use like the walkie-talkie antennas, and you've only got so much range. Some of them will join Wi-Fi and they work, but they're not as robust as you want them to be. What we ultimately settled on was using Wise cams. Now, this is a version 2 camera. They are on the version 3 camera now of their basic model camera. They retail for about $35 from Wise directly. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at Home Depot. These things are awesome. These are the version 2s. When these were going out of style, they were selling at a discount price at Home Depot. I got this with a 32 gig memory card in it for like $10. And I love these things. I think I have like 12 of them throughout my house. I've got them outside, in the garage. I've got one in every one of my kids' rooms as a baby monitor. And you use your phone as the monitor side of it. They'll do sound detection, they'll do motion detection, it'll notify you on your phone with the Wise app. These things are great. They do have a pan version that will actually swivel. Those ones are a little bit more expensive, but if you're pointing it at a crib, they actually will capture the whole crib. You can see a lot. They've got night vision, they've got great mics, they've actually got a speaker so you can talk through the other side. I don't recommend that with baby, it's a little scary, but these things are awesome. I do have one out here just so you can see it. It's a very simple camera. The base comes down a little bit so you can pivot it and point it. They do work. They have a USB plug in the back to power them, so you can actually power these off of a USB power bank and use your phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot and use them as a travel monitor. It does come with a little metal disc that has a little adhesive tab to it, and the bottom of it is adhesive, so you can stick them anywhere. We've stuck them to mirrors before. We have metal cribs, and they just stick right onto the metal crib. They're awesome. They're really a lot of AI is built into them, and they work really, really well as baby monitors. It's not what they're designed for, but they do work really great for that. Continuing our countdown, number 4, car seat protectors. Now, this is basically it's a pad. That's all it is. It sits underneath your car seat, so it protects your car's seat from your child's car seat. This one, they make a bunch of different versions of these. A lot of them are the really thin ones. Those are usually the ones you see at the baby stores. Bye Bye Baby, Babies R Us, things like that. These I got off of Amazon. This one is from a company called D-Moose, but I've used Lusso is another brand. And there's a lot of generic brands out there. They're all pretty much the same, but get one that has padding, some thickness to it. I've got these under every single one of my kids' car seats, and we have leather seats in our car, and it protects it from everything. It protects it from the scratches that you get from moving the seats around, putting the seats in and out, clipping them in, tightening it down. It'll thrash your seats. Car seats are plastic. They're not made to protect your car seats when you put them in there. These will protect them. Not only that, but when your kid is in the car seat and they spill their bottle of milk, which the milk will flip out and be upside down and just keep dripping. It gets on this stuff. It doesn't get on your car's interior, which is nice. A lot of them do have the front pockets so you can store things like diapers and wipes. One thing I like is these ones, they tuck in between the seats, got a little flap to keep it up against the seat back, and then this clips around the headrest. A lot of them are like this. They're all very similar. These are extra rugged ones. This is the way to go. Get yourself some of these to protect your vehicle. Up until now, it's just been you and other adults in your car, most likely. Protect your car, because children have no respect for your car. So get these, protect your seats. Number 5 is Stroller Accessories. These are going to be your clip-on cup holders, your bags, your totes. Moms have I think they call it the mom hook. It's a big carabiner clip that will hold your purse, things like that. Dads need their own things too. So we have had a couple of baby jogger strollers, and this is one we have here. So we have actually baby jogger, their parent console, I think they call it. It's basically storage for 2 drinks, a couple of pouches for snacks. You can put your phone in there. It's made for their strollers. It clips right onto the handles. I also have a clip-on drink holder that'll go onto any stroller as long as it's got a rigid sort of frame. One of my favorite ones, though, is the baby jogger cooler pouch. This clips on down below near the wheels. This will hold a 6-pack of beers and keep them cold for a while. Or sodas or waters or juice pouches or whatever you want. For me, this was key in going and meeting up with friends, and it was a travel cooler that stayed on the stroller all the time. I love this thing. All these accessories range in prices. You can get things, the cup holders range from like $5 up to $25. This, I want to say it was like $40. If you get name brand, they're going to be a little more expensive, but they will fit the strollers better. The generic stuff is just as good. So get those accessories. They make your life easier. Number 6 is actually one I don't have a prop for, but everybody's pretty familiar with them. It's a meal service plan. We're talking Blue Apron, HelloFresh, Home Chef. There's a ton of these services out there. Pick one that you like. I always like the Blue Apron. They had some good recipes. It's pretty generic. There's some cheaper options. There's some gluten-free options. There's some low-carb options. They tailor to any kind of diet. But these services are great when you have a newborn, because the last thing you want to do is have to run to the grocery store to pick up ingredients for dinner, or to even figure out and think about what's for dinner or lunch or any meal for that matter. Having these ingredients delivered to your house, having them in the fridge, it's one less trip you have to make. You're still going to be running to the store anyways. You're going to be getting diapers, formula, bottles, blankets, stuff that you didn't get at your baby shower, last minute toys, items, things mom wants. You're going to be making runs no matter what. If you can avoid having to go to the grocery store for meals you know you're going to have and having to think about what you're going to eat, it takes a lot of the stress away. Number 7, and this is probably something you should already have in your arsenal, but athleisure wear. This is just comfortable clothes that you can throw on to run errands. It's loose fitting, it's warm, it's cool, it's comfortable, it's whatever you want it to be, but you don't want to have to throw on jeans or get dressed or make sure your shirt's ironed or anything like that. But you will always forget something. There's always going to be something that you need to pick up from the store. There's always going to be something that you have to go run an errand and go do. Having these clothes ready is a must. It's something my wife and I both wore a lot of during our newborn stages. Unfortunately, I still continue to wear a lot of it, but just your around the house loungewear that you can wear outside. Stuff that's comfortable, stuff that looks presentable out in public. Okay, number 8, we're going back to gadgets, and it's a sound machine. If you don't already have a sound machine or know what a sound machine is, all it does, sometimes they're called white noise machines, it's background noise. We have one of these in all of our kids' rooms. It's background noise so that they can't hear you going up and down the stairs or closing doors or the garage door opening and closing or the TV's on, even if it's at a low volume. That sound carries. So this is just background noise for in the bedroom, and it keeps baby calm and keeps them asleep. It's just sort of generic noise. Along with that, this is a plug-in one, and this is from a brand called Marpac, and this is the Dome. And these are, you plug them in, flip them on, and there's a little motor fan that kicks in there, and you can adjust the pitch and the tone and things by spinning it. They make a small one that's a travel one, and these I really like. These have a built-in battery. They're USB chargeable. They've got different sounds. You can adjust the volume, and I'll give you a little sample real quick. These are great for in the car, anytime you're in the stroller, walking around, or if you are actually traveling and going to a hotel. They're small, they're compact, and like I said, they're rechargeable. They're just great, and they will last a whole night. But it is nice to just be able to plug them in USB and have them charging while you're using them. So this is made by the same company, by the way, Marpac. These ones retail for about $45. These ones are about, I think they're $35 if I'm not mistaken. And the smaller ones I actually like a lot better. And you can adjust it for different sounds. They're all pretty much the same, but slightly different. There's waves, there's rolling, there's a whole bunch of different options there. But the sound machines are key when you've got a newborn. Number 9, we got another gadget, and it's probably something most of you already have. It's a USB battery backup. This is just a battery pack. It's rechargeable. It'll recharge your devices. You can use it to charge your phone. You can use it to charge the Wise cams that I showed you before. It'll recharge those sound machines. It's important to have these things because as a dad, that's your job, is having the gadgets and the ways to keep them powered up and working properly. This one I've had for like 10 years. It still works great. It's a huge capacity one. I love it. You can get them as cheap as $10 on Amazon, but they go all the way up to like $70-$80 for some of the higher end ones. Some of them have Bluetooth speakers attached to them, all sorts of options. But have those battery backups because your devices will die and you need those when you're... And last but not least, the final must-have item, it's another gadget, it's probably one of my favorites, is your dad cam. Dad's job always seems to be taking videos, taking pictures, first steps, baby open his eyes, baby wink, baby make kissy face. There's all sorts of things that you have to capture, and it's always great to have those things and be able to save those memories. But I can remember my dad having a VHS cam and mounted on his shoulder and tapes for days. We had boxes that just had tapes and tapes of stuff. Obviously, we don't need that anymore. Now there's digital cameras. Everything's on SD cards. The quality is much better. And my favorite camera, the one that I've had for a few years now, is actually the DJI Osmo Pocket. This is the Gen 1. They do have a Gen 2 now. I love this thing. It's a handheld gimbal camera. It is made by the same company that makes the drones, DJI. This camera it does 4K, and it's a steady cam. So you can actually pivot it, angle it. You can get some great motion shots. The one thing the Gen 1 doesn't have that the Gen 2 has is you can zoom in and zoom out. But I use this all day, every day. It's a great camera. In fact, I had to switch cameras because I use it for my videos, so I'm using my phone now to record so that you can see this camera. This thing is awesome. It's something I didn't know about until I stumbled across it on Amazon. The Gen 1 still sells for about $200. The Gen 2 is $350. The great thing about this is people are making cases, and this is a frame mount for it that clips in here, and you can get all sorts of accessories. It actually gives it a GoPro anchor on the back, so you can use all the GoPro accessories, so you can clip right into the GoPro stuff. They sell cases for it, they sell backup batteries, they sell tripods for them. They're really, really a cool product, and they're cheap for what it is. It's a very powerful tool, great dad cam, and the size is awesome. They do fit in your pocket. They're very small. The cases are they do a great job of protecting the camera, so you can take them everywhere. I use this thing all the time for everything, but especially around my kids. It's kids are constantly moving once they get older. When they're babies, it's still fun to use these cameras and videotape family members holding your new baby, and just a lot of great stuff that you want to capture. And it takes a micro SD card, so that makes storing and saving all those videos that you take really easy. I've got a couple of 128 gigabyte memory cards in here, and I just save the memory cards. I don't delete the files, I just save them forever, and then you just have a collection of little SD cards. So yeah, the DJI Osmo Pocket and Pocket 2 are awesome dad cams, so check those out as well. This has been another episode of Fatherly Advice. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and share, and have a great day.